Welcome to the Escape the System channel. I'm Joe Barnes, author of the books The Rebel Code and Escape the System. In today's video, I'm reacting to a very powerful and motivating poem by Charles Bukowski. It is probably, for me, the most motivating poem for me to listen to out of many of them. And I may focus on one or two other in future videos because poetry, I'm not a huge fan of poetry, but I'm a huge fan of motivational poetry. I think it has a power that even books don't. And you guys know how much of a fan of books I am. So without further ado, let's get into the video and break it down. And I'll explain some of the pieces, because often with poetry, it needs a little bit of elaboration. There's deeper meanings into what the writer is saying. But in the meantime, here we go with Charles Bukowski's, I'm just going to call it Go All the Way.
Your life is your life. Don't let it be clubbed into dank submission.
And yeah, even right there with the opening line, your life is your life. Not many people live it that way. They think, oh, I've got to do what society tells me, I've got to do what my parents tell me. No, Buckowski is telling you this is your life. It's your life to live it. And don't let it be clubbed into dank submission. And what he means by that is all of the sort of mundane things that occur in life, you've got to fight back against them all of the time. Don't allow that to become your life. Keep focused on your dream. Allow your dream to become your life and keep moving towards it.
Beyond the watch, there are ways out. There is a light somewhere. It may not.
So what's he talking about? There are ways out. There's a light somewhere. Again, it's a way out of this mundanity, this boredom, this humdrum existence. There are not many ways out, but there are some. You will see a light. That light strikes in the form of inspiration, telling you to do something, that there's something fantastic that you can do or be a part of. Be on the lookout for those moments.
Be much light, but it beats the darkness. Beyond the watch, the gods will offer you chances. Know them. Take them. You can't beat death.
And this means that basically there will be opportunities to get out of the mundane, to use my analogy, to get out of the system and start building your dream. There are not many of them, but they will come along. So look out for those opportunities.
Death, but you can beat death in life sometimes. And the more often you learn to do it, the more light there will be.
That's beautiful what he's saying there. You can't beat death. We all know this. We're all going to die. But you can beat death through life sometimes. And what he's saying there is through creating something, through doing something so magnificent that it lives on. Now, that may be a book you write. It may be a child you raise. It may be some amazing achievement or adventure you go on. That is how you beat death. And that leaves a legacy that carries on.
Your life is your life. Know it while you have it. You are marvelous. The gods wait to delight in you. If you're going to try, go all the way. Otherwise, don't even start. If you're going to try, go all the way.
This is just talking about the commitment needed to live your dreams. No half-hearted effort. If you're in this, it's got to be all the way.
Mean losing girlfriends, wives, relatives, jobs, and maybe your mind.
Obviously, doing this, taking this step, is going to separate you from a lot of people. Not separate you in the sense that you can no longer have them in your life, but separate you in the sense that they're aiming at different things, or they're not really aiming at anything at all. They're happy with comfort and security. You want freedom and greatness, so that's going to separate you in a sense. And because of that, you may lose certain things, and it may be incredibly tough. it might be far harder a life than the lives that people live who simply settle for security and comfort. And Bukowski's listing here the things that you might lose in the process. One of them, interestingly, your mind. Now, I don't think he's saying specifically you might end up in a mental institute having gone crazy. I think what he's referring to is the fact that we all have doubts. If we are pursuing our dreams, we think, is this really the right thing to do? Because we're out on our own, we're struggling, we're fighting away, and oftentimes without many results to show, especially at the start. And you can question, is this the right thing to do? Am I crazy for actually doing this? And that's what he's referring to. Now, I can tell you from my experience, once you get through that challenge, once you understand that, no, you're not crazy for pursuing your dreams, it is the right thing to do, it really empowers you. But be aware, that challenge may occur at some point.
Go all the way. It could mean not eating for 3 or 4 days. It could mean freezing on a park bench. It could mean jail. It could mean derision, mockery, isolation. Isolation is the gift. All the others are a test of your endurance.
What does he mean by that? Isolation is a gift. Everything else is a test of your endurance, which I agree. But what does he mean by isolation is a gift? Well, I think what he's talking about here is that you're going to probably experience quite a lot of isolation because you've separated yourself from the system, from the people seeking security and comfort. So therefore, you're going to be on your own more than most people. He's saying, look at this as a gift, though. Don't get upset and hurt by the loneliness. I know it's very easy for that to happen, but have a perspective shift. Realize that by increasing your isolation, you're also increasing your time. You now have all this time and energy to put into creating something magnificent.
Of how much you really want to do it. And you'll do it, despite rejection and the worst odds. And it will be better than anything else you can imagine. If you're going to try, go all the way. There is no other feeling like that. You will be alone with the gods, and the nights will flame with fire. Do it.
You'll be alone with the gods, and the nights will flame with fire. I think he's just referring to the struggles here, but also the magnificence of this quest to live your dreams. And he also says it'll be better than anything else you can imagine. And I found that to be true. The rewards of pursuing a dream, having part of that dream come true, having all of it come true, nothing even comes close to it. It fills you with this most incredible feeling that you're here living your life's purpose, and nothing beats that. And that's why you have to go all the way to make that happen.
Do it. Do it. Do it. All the way. All the way. You will ride life straight to perfect laughter. It's the only good fight there is.
And he finishes by saying it's the only good fight there is. So what's he talking about here? I think what he's saying essentially is, this is why you're here. This is your life purpose. You're not meant to be just another cog in the system, seeking a life of security and comfort. The good fight is to go for your dreams, to live them, to make them happen, to face every challenge that stands in your way in between you and realizing that goal. So that is the good fight, and that's what each one of us is here to do. So I hope in watching this video you felt a little bit of inspiration. I hope my explanation has helped make it a little bit clearer. Go back and watch the video on its own without my comments, because like me, maybe you can use it as your go-to video now to raise you up whenever times are tough. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe to the channel or leave a comment below, and I'll see you in the next video.